Alright, so One Piece chapter 1089 spoilers just came out, and the title is Hijacking and Holding Incident, referring to the Strawhats taking hostages on Egghead. I know everyone wants to talk about Kizaru potentially betraying the world government and allying himself with the Strawhats. We're going to be getting into that later. The first thing I'm going to do is go through the spoilers, get you all up to speed. So, we get people reacting to news about Garp in the newspaper, and the reason this is significant is because that means that it is being reported, it is in the newspaper. That means the Strawhats are going to find out, and every other character in the series is also going to find out about Garp being captured. There's news about disasters occurring around the world, so this can be up to speculation. Could this be referring to everything we've seen in between the last time we saw the Strawhats and now? Like Kid getting rolled, Law getting rolled, and all these people getting destroyed? Potentially, and I think that's a pretty decent theory, but you don't really know, so it's kind of hard to gauge, but I think that's a pretty decent theory. We get stuff about the disappearance of Lulusia, and there's a giant hole where Lulusia used to be and the sea levels are elevating. Now on Reddit and Twitter, there's a lot of speculation that this is referring to there being a creation of another Enies lobby, something of that sort, another natural phenomenon that's not so natural after all, and Lulusia is way more important than I thought it would be, and I think it's way more important than a lot of us thought it would be. I feel like this comes from the fact that it seemed like a one-off to try and get Sabo to the revolutionaries, but it's definitely not, and it's a significant part of the story. And if you think about it, right, there's all these people in the One Piece world, and out of nowhere an island gets destroyed from a weapon in the sky. So that is a significant part, and a lot of characters in the know are definitely going to speculate, how could the government do this, why would the government do this, and what enabled them to do it. So a lot of Emu I think is going to get brought into the open, especially with Sabo, and he is going to run his own story in a sense to try and get the world on his side, on the revolutionary army side, and know that Emu is evil and alive and the world government is not what you think. Now to the big and fun stuff. We return to Egghead, and a lot of the vice admirals are coming with Kizaru and Saturn, and there's a discussion about how to block all the exits from Egghead. This is significant because we know that for the most part it's a blockade, and we don't know if they're going to be going in yet. We also can confirm that Saturn is there obviously, and all the vice admirals are there, and that Kizaru is probably going to be fighting someone in this arc. But with that being said, before we speculate, there's a small flashback with Vegapunk, Sentomaru, and Kizaru, and a lot of people are theorizing that Kizaru is going to betray the world government and ally with Sentomaru and Vegapunk, because we know they have a relationship in the past, and we also know that he's friendly with them, and that he's very much so interested in their research, and we also know that he doesn't know the strength level of Saturn, so he might not even know if Saturn can really test him, because to this point, based on what we know, we cannot confirm that the admirals have any idea on the strength of the 5 elders. They know nothing about Emu, and we also know that Kizaru is a bit confident, so he might even try and think that Saturn can't do anything to him. So I think a pretty decent theory, if Kizaru does ally with the Strawhats, he's probably going to fight Saturn, and I would reckon he would lose. It would just make a lot of sense from a story perspective to show us the strength of the 5 elders, and we can see if they're comparable to the admirals, if they're stronger than the admirals. I honestly, if Oda was really feeling crazy, having Saturn kill Kizaru would be sick. Now, that's headcanon. We don't know if that's going to happen, but that's a pretty cool thing that would occur. And obviously, if he doesn't ally with them, I think we're going to see Gear 5 Luffy go up against Kizaru, and I think it'd be a pretty even fight. If not, Luffy would win or barely lose, because I think he's above Admiral level right now, but we have no idea. So in terms of power scaling and knowing where everyone's at, this chapter is going to be extremely important in setting up the future. And then at the end, a very cold line. At the end of the chapter, York calls to Gorosei and says, "Save me from Luffy." And we see a double spread of the Strawhats. So this tells you that the Strawhats kind of quasi have York under control if she's in a position where they can force her to call the Gorosei, unless she escaped from them entirely. Now it also tells us that a lot of the stuff going on in Egghead has been wrapped up off screen, and honestly I'm not complaining. I was not too interested in the Seraphim, and the Vegapunk story doesn't really compare to the other stuff going on around the world, so I'm pretty happy that it all got wrapped up, but it's so hard to gauge. And the double spread of the Strawhats at the end has a lot of people really hyped. I hope it looks really sick. So that's a quick little recap, and honestly there's not really too many theories you can devolve from this besides Kizaru, and it is definitely a way to ease us back in. And a lot of people are saying this is the first dud chapter in a while. Honestly, it's not a dud. I think you just need to understand that the pace it was going at before was crazy, and that easing us back in is definitely the way to go before we get jolted and the story just keeps on going and going and it accelerates too much for its own good. So with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe, and don't forget, we're just getting started. We're gonna stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video.